What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the High Life Reel. I'm Bill Rom.
Josh Shapiro.
And let's get started with the headliner. Headliner this week, the NBA trade season and trade deadline was bonkers.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot more trades happened this year than have happened in the past, and none of them were bigger than the Cavs trades. The Cavs traded more players on one day than it had happened in something like 30 years of the trade deadline. What was your take on the Cavs makeover?
I think it was a LeBron makeover. It was what could we do for LeBron, make LeBron happy. But at the end of the day, you got to make LeBron happy. And as you see what happened the other day against the Celtics, the team seemed to mesh really well. LeBron was able to do the things that he's been looking to do with the team, but he wasn't able to do with the kind of guys that he was playing with. So, again, it's the same thing. You could stack a team as much as you want to stack a team, but if they can't work together, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how well you stack a team on paper. So, with LeBron getting the pieces that he now needed to do the things that he wanted to accomplish, now, the Cavs, I think, are an NBA Finals team.
I think looking at, the balance of teams, when you look at the successful teams that are out there, it's either everybody's the same age or it's an older guy, maybe two, and a lot of younger guys. I feel like the Cavs were too spread across in terms of their age. You had the old heads who Dwayne Wade wanted to be able to just chuck up shots when he wanted to. That wasn't fitting. Derrick Rose was past his prime. He's no longer an all-star, but he wants to be an all-star. You have guys who were burned out from LeBron because they were guys on nice contracts. They've made money in the league. They've won championships. They kind of are like, I'm not hungry anymore because the things I wanted out of the game, I've gotten. And when they move Wade for pretty much nothing, it's like a heavily protected second-round pick. You get rid of Derrick Rose. You get rid of Amon Shumpert, and you kind of cut this back end of your roster. And the players they got back, I almost look at it like, how did you get so many good players for your team who fit what you want? They've completely rechanged over their point guard position. They've got Clarkson now, and they've got George Hill. George Hill gives them a guy who can steady the lineup, play great on-ball defense. Then when he comes out of the lineup, it completely changes the sauce, and Clarkson can score. And he's going to be able to put up points, and he's going to be able to put up buckets if he's not a distributor. That's fine. You don't have to be a distributor at point guard when LeBron's on the floor. He's going to take the ball up, and he's going to do it. Rodney Hood is a 6'8" wing player who can score. They all of a sudden have athletic scorers everywhere, and Nance, I think, gives them the big athletic guy to match up against the Warriors if they were to make it to a finals against the Warriors. I am very impressed. Everybody talked a lot about the Cavs GM situation and how it shaped in the summer. I'm super impressed with this guy Colby and what he was able to pull together and execute. Pretty much seemed overnight.
Yeah.
He just decided, and the team was different.
I think what you said back when you said that guys have gotten all they wanted out of basketball, and those are the guys that were playing with LeBron. It's the kind of guys that when LeBron dribbled down the court, they wanted that ball, they wanted that shot. And now it's the kind of guys where they're just dishing. They're like, yo, you do you. We'll orchestrate with you.
Yeah.
And that's what LeBron needs, and that's what the Cavs need because they're centered around LeBron. And you should be centered around LeBron. He's arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
So you should be centered around that guy. Yeah. So now that he has those guys to be around him and do the things that he needs to get done, the Cavs will be a better team. Like I said, the Cavs are scary. They went in there on Paul Pierce jersey retirement day, and they just ran over the Cavs. And we've seen ran over Celtics. And we've seen a little bit of a slide in the Celtics and a little bit of a slide in the Warriors. And I think part of that is they're both of them are young teams. They're used to playing that college season, and now they're playing a longer season. So they're trying to get into that point where they need that All-Star break.
I think you're starting to see it's the same thing that the Cavs just went through, and I credit the GM for kind of doing it. The Cavs were a team that have been to the finals every year, right? And you have a lot of players who were on that team who were burned out from that grind because it's a lot to every year want to get back to the finals. And LeBron's motivation level is different, right? It's that Kobe, it's that Jordan, like, I don't care what I have to do. Every year I'm going to show up and win a championship, and I want to. I'm hungry to win it. And that's difficult. Like I say it with you all the time, we say it with athletes, right? Like, everybody wants to be the best in the world one day. Not everybody wants to be the best in the world every day. Yeah. LeBron wakes up trying to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
And when he's asking the rest of his team around him, guys, we want to be the best in the world. We want to be the best that there is right now. There's guys who are out there who are like, yo, I want to listen to my music. I want to go and I want to, like, rap on the side.
I want to go party tonight.
I want to go do this and that. And, like, I already won a championship. I've been to the finals. I'm making $12 million a year.
And that's what separates LeBron from everybody else.
Well, but now you pretty much got rid of all the people who weren't hungry. You brought in a bunch of people who were like, we have not won a damn thing in the league. We've been on bad teams or mediocre teams. We've not gotten to the promised land, to that fulfillment point, and we now have LeBron. And we now have the player that can make everything happen. And listen, Kevin Love is going to come back and is a good player. And you're going to mix him in with, I think Tristan Thompson's the guy who gets hurt when Love comes back, because I think they're going to play Nance and Kevin Love a lot more often, because Nance can be more versatile of a defender. He might not be the same rebounder.
He's a slam dunk guy, too. He gets you a little hype, a little back, you know.
And LeBron can run up the court, and he's got a guy who's trailing with him that he can throw a ball up in the air, and that guy can dunk it.
Yeah.
Really, really impressed that they were able to reset culture overnight and bring in players who want to listen to LeBron. 100%. They want LeBron to lead them.
Yep.
And you had a group of people who were tired of hearing his voice.
Yep.
Amazing to see that. We've talked a lot about the NBA season this year. Do you think that this trade shifts the landscape in the East? Do you 100%. Think the Cavs go back to being 100%. The team?
Yeah, 100%.
I agree, and I think the Celtics are going to run into that same point. They've been burning on all ends.
It's a little spark plug. It's just like when you in the major leagues, when you call a young prospect up and he comes up and tears the league. It's a new energy.
Yeah.
If you don't get that new energy, it's again the same thing. You can never be complacent from where you are.
Yeah.
If you're the best in the league, how could you bring in a guy who's now a big or a clubhouse leader? How could you get rid of a guy that's maybe X and Y, not listening to the guy, and bring in a young, hungry kid who may not have the most talent? But if you work with LeBron, you automatically become better. And that's exactly what the Cavs did. They did a tremendous job. I think literally 60% of that trades was all probably LeBron telling them, I want him, and him, get rid of him, and him, and then we'll be here.
Listen, I'm not putting that on LeBron. I don't think LeBron could possibly have orchestrated as much as he did.
I
think he could say the players he wanted gone.
Yeah.
That he could say, find trades for these guys.
Yeah. Because
they don't fit. Like, Amon Shumpert's making $12 million a year to be a terrible basketball player.
It was funny when they won the game that LeBron won. That was amazing. You got the inbound. They were showing a video of him doing, they were all jumping up together, and he, left Isaiah Thomas out. And they were and that was the day before Isaiah got traded, and everyone was at that moment, everyone knew Isaiah was left out of the circle, and he was gone.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. LeBron was literally dude, you're, goodbye.
And
I don't know if that's true or not.
And listen, good luck to Isaiah to go and be able to be whoever he's going to be.
That's interesting. There's
a reason why the Celtics were willing to get rid of Isaiah. There's a reason why the Cavs are willing to move on from Isaiah. And you look at it and you say, he just didn't fit what they were doing.
Yeah.
And that's okay, right? I think George Hill fits better because he's going to play really good defense on the point guard, and he's going to wear down point guards in the league and force them to have to go around a bigger bodied point guard who's going to consistently bring effort, and that's going to slow down offenses that run that. If they do go against and he has to go to Kyrie, you saw it in that game. He's going to torment Kyrie, and he doesn't care if he scores because the point guard on the bench, Clarkson, is going to come out and hibachi the place and light it up and turn everything up.
Did you see an interesting quote yesterday from LeVar Ball?
Which?
He said that his son will probably not re-sign with the Lakers in 3 years. He wants to be on a team where all three of his boys can play on the same team.
LeVar is crazy, man. And Clarkson, they asked Clarkson, what'd you think of LeVar? And he's like, I can't answer that right now.
Yeah.
It
came out yesterday that LeVar said that he just...
LeVar's got to stop talking.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want, and if your son is saying that, cool. Are you trying to tell me that he's going to go international? Because the only way he's going to get all three boys on the same team. Because one of your sons is clearly not good enough to play in the NBA.
Chilo.
Right? and your youngest dude, he probably could do it, but he's going to be an undersized point guard no matter what. Like, your only truly talented kid who's going to be like an elite level kid is the one who's there. Start letting him live his life and be himself.
Yeah, that was interesting.